Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching this video. I am so excited because I am obviously in a new space. It was my birthday last Monday and my parents knew I wanted some lighting, so I didn't always have to film during the day. And so they got me an Amazon gift card and I got my lighting. It was actually pretty inexpensive for the quality. I think the quality is good. If it's not, let me know down below. It was only like $70 and I have like two big box lights. So if you film YouTube videos, I really recommend these. And like I said, they're not as expensive as some other ones. I will leave all the information and I'll try to find them on Amazon, which is where I bought them. And I will link them down below for you guys. So yeah, I kind of moved my space a little bit. Just with me being in school and stuff like that, it was really hard to find time to always film during the day where there was sunlight. So now I can film any time of the day. It is like 7 o'clock at night and I'm filming and it is like pitch black out. But yeah, so I'm super excited about this. But let me stop rambling and let's talk about some new e.l.f. products. Okay, so e.l.f. recently just came out with a bunch of new products. If you go on their website and you click like the what's new little tab, there's always new stuff popping up, new colors of different things that are already in the lines popping up. So I made some purchases of some things I really wanted to try and I just thought I would share them with you guys. So the first thing I want to talk about are these Lip Kiss balms. I have the shades Pouty Raspberry and Berry Sweet. I am wearing Berry Sweet today. I really like these. As you can see, like there's a lot of color payoff with these. It's like just one swipe and you get a lot of color payoff. So that's the one I'm wearing today, Berry Sweet. And then this one is Pouty Raspberry, which is like, I always think of it as like if you just ate a red popsicle, it's that color. So yeah, love the colors of these. They have a bunch of colors. They do have some more neutral ones as well, but in order to like test the color payoff, I really wanted to try some good bold colors. And also just for fall, I think these are really nice. Like if you don't want to do a super matte like dark lip, I think that this would be a really great option. They do have a scent. It is a little like minty-ish, and if you know me at all, you know that like I hate mint. So the fact that I'm wearing this is saying something. It does smell like that in the tube, but I don't taste that on my lips. Like if I'm drinking a glass of water or something, I don't taste the mint, so I can deal with it. There is a little bit of like that cooling, tingling thing happening when you do put these on, but I don't mind that. It does go away after a while, but it is there. So if you don't like that, I might say skip out on these. These were only, let me see, how much were these? Let me see. I don't remember. I think these are like $2. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I think they are $2. And I will link everything that I'm talking about down below. Or I'll just link the e.l.f.'s website so you can just go directly to it. But I really like these. I think for $2, there's a lot of color payoff. They're moisturizing, but they're not slippery. I like the Maybelline Baby Lips, but sometimes they're too slippery. So the ones that have a lot of color, I just feel like they kind of like slip and slide a little bit out of my lip line, and these don't. They're definitely like moisturizing, but they're a little bit thicker, so they don't run outside of your lip line as easily. They're not super thick to where they're goopy, but they're not too thin to where they're gonna run outside of your lip line. I just definitely think these are the right consistency. They're moisturizing, but they're not like Vaseline feeling. They don't feel super thick on the lips, but they do moisturize. So that's enough about these little $2 lip balms. I talked about those forever. So the next thing I want to talk about are some new eyebrow products. This is the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. I did get two shades. I got, where is it? Light brown and medium brown. I do believe they have like two more darker shades and then one lighter shade. So there's a nice shade range for sure. I actually just used light brown. I just did that today. The past couple days I've been mixing the two and it was a little too dark. So I just been using light brown and I think, you know, it looks okay. It looks pretty good. So if it doesn't, let me know, but I think it looks okay. And I like these. So it's like a brow pomade. They're actually, they look almost identical to their smudge pots, like they're cream eyeshadows, except the smudge pots have a white lid and these have a black lid. But as you can see, it's just like a little creamy pomade. They're really opaque, I will say. Like, it doesn't take a lot of work to get the color like off. So I really do like that a lot. And I like the consistency of these. They're not too creamy and they're not too like hard. They're just the right consistency. I think that, you know, they are creamy enough that you can work with it, but they're not too creamy to where it's like almost too hard to work with it because it's just like going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I really like these, and I guess you can use these as eyeliners as well because it says lock on liner in brow cream. I haven't tried that yet, but I think if I would try that with any of them, I would probably just use the medium brown one, just because I found I don't really use this for my brows because it is a little dark. The reason I bought the 2 shades is because when I use their like instant brow lift pencils, I always get the shades taupe and neutral brown, and I mix them and it looks fine. So that's why I thought, oh, maybe I should just, you know, get these 2 because it'll be the same thing. No, I only needed this one. So I kind of lucked out there. I know that I only need the 1 color, and this one I can just use as a liner. Okay, so this next thing I want to talk about is a new palette, and this got a lot of buzz. I remember it kind of came out a while ago. It was like the ambient palette, and it like sold out like that, and there was a lot of complications with it. But then they brought it back, and it's now called the Illuminating palette, and I don't know if this is limited edition or not. I kind of hope it's not, just because it would be kind of a pain if it was. There's a lot of powder on this. So it's just a highlighting palette, and it looks like this. And you get like a pink highlighter, a more yellow one, a bronzy shade, and then honestly like a taupe almost, like a taupe highlight shade. I struggle with this because I like it, but I don't think I love it. You know, the packaging's nice. It's just the same as their other palettes, except they did change like the front part. It now has e.l.f. a lot bigger. Whereas like with the blush and contour palettes, it's just really small down here. But anyways, so, and you get the nice big mirror and stuff like that, so I like that. However, I don't really know if this is worth the hype, so to speak. I mean, they're pigmented. I am wearing them today. I'm wearing a mixture of these 2 on my like cheekbones, and it's a very natural glow. It's nothing intense. It's not going to be like a Becca highlighter or, you know, what other ones are really popular? Like Mary Luminizer by the Balm. It's not going to be like that either. It's just very, very natural. I would say that this is like just as natural, if not more, than the like Laura Geller Baked French Vanilla one, or the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. I mean, I think it's nice that you get different shades in here. I think I probably will use these 2 the most, but they're just not as highlighted as I would like to see. And or maybe not even have all of them be like crazy highlighted, but maybe have some difference in intensity, I think would be good. That would be like my one critique for it. But I do think that if you were just starting out with highlight, or, you know, you do want that natural look, I would definitely recommend picking this up. But I think if you want that dramatic highlight, I would definitely skip it. Okay, so moving on to some new brushes. I love e.l.f. brushes, so I love when they come out with new ones. I got all of them, and the one thing that has driven me nuts about these brushes is that they took off the name of the brush on the like handle. So I have an old one here. So with this is the Ultimate Blending Brush, and with this it has the name on the brush. With this one it doesn't. So that's kind of annoying, honestly. I mean, not like a deal breaker, especially if you don't review products and you don't have to know what things are named. But for me, I was just kind of like, oh, I really want to know, like, I forget which one is called which. So I wish that was there. So I got the, which one is which? Okay, this is a Selfie Ready foundation brush, or foundation blurring brush. This is the Selfie Ready powder blurring brush. That's a name. And then this one is the sculpting face brush. So this one is different than their contour brush. Their contour brush it basically looks the same, except it's cut like flat across. The bristles are just flat. This one has a little bit of a curve to it. And I don't know if I really get the point of this. I mean, yeah, like it helps carve out the cheekbones, I guess. But I don't think it does anything extremely different than the contouring brush. So I think it does have a little bit more give than the contouring brush. I will say that. The contouring brush is a little stiffer, where this is a little bit, you know, looser. All this powder is like flying off the brush. So I don't know. I think if you have the contouring brush, you don't need this. And I think if you get this, you don't need the contouring brush. I don't know. I don't really get the whole curve thing. Maybe I don't know. I don't really get it. So yeah, I just think either pick this or the contouring brush. So the next brush I want to talk about is the the Selfie Ready Blurring Foundation Brush. And then when I saw this on the website though, I totally thought it was the same thing as the Ultimate Blending Brush. And I was like, is e.l.f. trying to like fool us all and make us buy the same brush? No, they're not. They are different. So this has a round ferrule, the Ultimate Blending Brush does, and it's just a very round brush. Whereas this has a pinched ferrule and it's a little bit more like oval shape. So they are different, and I will say I really like this brush. I've used my foundation with this brush for the past couple days, and I really like it because of the size and because of the shape. Because it's small enough, you can really buff in your foundation, but it has that oval shape, so it makes it really easy to get like right here. It makes it really easy to get around the nose, you know, like just on the chin. It just is really controlled, yet it still blends everything out. So I really like this brush. This is probably my favorite out of the 3 that I purchased. So the next brush I got was the Selfie Ready Powder Blurring Brush. And this is how I would describe the Ultimate Blending Brush. If this one and this one had a baby, it would be the Ultimate Blending Brush. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, okay, back to the brush. So this is the Selfie Ready Powder Brush or whatever. And it's already kind of like shedding, which makes me a little nervous. I've never had that experience with e.l.f. brushes like shedding prematurely or anything. But oh well, I guess it's $3, so it's not like the end of my life, but still it's kind of annoying. This one is way more round than the foundation one. So this has a round ferrule, but it's not as densely packed as the Ultimate Blending Brush, and the bristles aren't as like fanned out. This is really just a small little circle brush. And to be totally honest with you, I haven't found the best way to use this brush. It could work for contouring, I think, if you want a more like natural contour. It could work for under eye setting powder, I guess. But overall, like powder, I just think it's a little small. I like to use a bigger brush for that, just to get a more like light dusting and to, you know, not have to like sit here forever and really buff powder in. I think if you use a powder foundation, you might like this brush for that, but I don't really use powder foundations very often, if at all. So overall, out of the brushes, I would definitely say that the foundation brush is my favorite one. And the brow creams I do really like. The balms I like, but I don't know if everyone will like them just because of the tingling feeling it does leave on the lips. And the Illuminating palette, I just wish it was a little different. I like the color selection, but I do wish maybe there was like a difference in intensities or something in there. But I mean, if you want a nice natural highlight, I think it's good. But do I think it's like oh my gosh, you have to go get it right now? No. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If the lighting is off, if my background looks a little weird, I'm still working with all of this new stuff that I got. So hopefully the quality will be better in the next one. If it's not good now, I don't know. I haven't watched this video, obviously, so I don't know how it turns out. But thank you guys for bearing with me. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next one.